Definitely, Rich. It's been interesting, hasn't it? You know yourself having to, with a goal to win a championship tour event and making that happen. On the other side of it, what's the challenge after you actually reach, that dream that you've worked at for so long? Xavier looked, I have to say, a little nervous at times, so he's going to have to shake those nerves off. It's going to be Italo getting things started despite Xavier taking the inside position here on the bowl. Just a bit of a flat slide and an opportunity now for the winner of the trials. Xavier Huxtable needs to make these ones count. Drives up into this first section and goes big. Huge snap to get started. Carves in Italo's face before moving through to the inside. Clean combo on the bowl. And he'll look to make the connection through to the short break now. Solid start for the local. And the crowd right behind every move he makes on this wave. A strong finish will help him turn in a decent score here. Reads it well. What a positive start. Body language is good. And the rip curl stand lighting up. Let's have another look at it, Rosie. That first turn was strong.
He's come with that mentality of all or nothing, and you can tell he's pushing really hard right in his competitor's face. Almost misses that bottom turn. You see Italo do a little bit of a kick as he goes over that wave. I mean, there is a lot of competitive energy flowing in this heat, and you can just slice it with a knife at the moment. Like you said, Richie, just advantage to Xavier, just finding that connection through the inside and those two big maneuvers on the outside bowl section. Good indications.
Yeah, that's impressive stuff. This is the first heat, a new day of competition, as we see the slow-mo there. Nothing held back, Rich.
No, right on edge. You can see there just on the toe side bottom turn, almost came unstuck, but then he got to this nice wrapping slash off the top right in Italo's face. Gets straight back up onto that foamy section again. Really had no other option just to float the boat.
He puts it away, doesn't he? As we go to a replay. This wave during the break, this one's stretching out for him, Rich.
Yeah, just getting away from him here. You can see just waiting patiently for that moment.
Again, Xavier's got to capitalise on this next priority choice.
Absolutely. He needs to bring mistake-free surfing. Italo on the insider.
Well, Italo, he's found something, and he'd be happy just to get a semi-decent backup score on the board here to give himself a chance at maybe a big number at the end of this heat, but he's going to go down there again on this ride.
The way this swell's starting to fill in. Let's have a look at the replay here. So Italo streaking down the line, hits that first section, knows he needs something pretty intense, so gets the spin. And then a tentative cutback.
And Italo just trying to put something on the board that's going to give him a shot in the final stage of this heat. Let's see if the champion can rise. Driving up into the pocket a couple of times. This is looking a bit more like the Italo that's had amazing success through the opening stages of this season. Not a huge wave, but I think Italo just a very smart operator. He knows that he just has to give himself a better shot in the dying stages of this heat as he brings it through to the inside, kicks those fins, pumps the fist. So capable of more, but obviously that wave didn't really provide him the sections where he could really dig in, but still surfed it great start to finish.
Apply that pressure to Xavier, get that little nervous energy on. Richie, what did you think of this wave?
Yeah, I liked it. He surfed it really well. Somewhat conservative in the scheme of things when you think of Italo in a free surf. I feel like he would perhaps approach it a little differently, but certainly building some nice points, getting some rhythm through the bowl, connecting these turns together, and then gets the final finishing turn with a bit of tail flare.
Give that wave a sniff. Here's come something. He's paddling hard.
Yeah, well, he's making his move and, just going all in on this medium-sized wave. He wants to put a decent score on the board, get that lead back. He's going to throw it away. And that's the first blunder. Potentially a blunder with wave selection. And use of priorities critical, as always, but particularly in these kind of conditions. Italo's going to go the first one, driving off the bottom, up into that first section. And there's a stronger hit for the second move. Italo, you can see he's not feeling as confident as he has in the earlier rounds, hasn't had it all go his way in this heat so far. Only needs a 4. Might need something huge on the inside to convert this into the bigger number. A solid hit.
Explosive again. Let's have a look at Italo's second wave.
So Italo was surfing for the 4.04 on this wave with the priority, and like I said, wow, just crisp cracks, but a little bit more subdued than we've seen from Italo. I feel like he's always on that aggressive approach. I definitely think this is going to be the number, but I think it's all about the reply from Xavier. Had to wait a long time to get to this inside section. Does that cut back, waits for this one to stand up. So consistent on hitting those lumpy sections. Good end to the wave. Going to be a good score, but maybe not like the 7-point ride we were envisioning.
It felt like he was surfing for the lead, not for the win.
Oh, it's defensive surf.
Gauge for a moment. Behind him, Huxtable is up. And he hits the final section, and the crowd making plenty of noise.
Wow.
And the way he's celebrating has me thinking he did some good work on the outside there.
Surf like he's surfing for a 4. This is Xavier's ride, Richie.
So Xavier out the back. Let's see it. Great snap to start things off. Goes to that layback hack again. Gets up into the lip for a second hit. Comes around this section. Nice smooth carve off the top. Staying nice and high. And he does this bit of rail work through the inside and gets the final hit. So
it was a better wave than Italo's too.
Yeah.
It gave him enough canvas to work with, and he has converted, getting the 2 best waves of the heat and making them count. And Xavier Huxtable has just overcome a Bells champion, a world champion, and that's the biggest heat win of his life.
what a moment for Xavier Huxtable. What a moment for the crowd down here, the local crew, all his buddies from tour.